Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. Adab. Adorable students of class 10, welcome all of you to Chattogram Government High School online class. Dear students, how are you doing? I think all of you are fine, keeping yourselves in your home, and you are trying to continue your studies. But I have to say that after the beginning of 2022, we all were very happy when we meet together in our classes. And I think all the students of our schools, as well as the whole country, were very happy, were very excited to come to school to attend classes as well. But it was very unfortunate that our government bound to close our class again for the Omicron, the new variant of coronavirus. And the situation is very worse nowadays. But you also heard that different organizations urged to open our classes again as quick as possible. So we hope that our government will take the decision to start our classes again, and it will be happen very soon. Okay, my dear students. So the online classes has started again, and this is my first class with the students of class 10. So I'm going to welcome all of you again to my new class. And I'm very fortunate to conduct the class with the students, lovely students of class 10. And for these, I'm going to request all of the students of class 10 to collect your books and khata, pen, and necessary things. And please enjoy my class as well. Okay, my dear students, can I start now? Very good. At the beginning of my class, I'm going to introduce myself to you. I think all of you know that I am your English teacher. That means my name is Muhammad Abu Tahir, a senior teacher, English, Chattogram Government High School, Chattogram. So, as an English teacher, I'm going to conduct a class with the students of class 10, and the subject is English first paper. I think all of you knew it earlier because the routine was published in our Facebook pages. So I'm going to request again all of the students of class 10 to join in my class with your book. That means English for Today. And you should collect khata and pen, please. Whenever you can see something important, you should note down. Okay, can I start now? Very good. My dear student, at the beginning of my class, I am going to show a picture to you. Okay, fine. I'm going to divide the pictures into two pages, but the subject is same. You can see on the screen, Stop Genocide 1971. Do you know what is it? Okay, fine. No problem. I'm going to tell you about this picture. Stop Genocide. This is a very famous film of our film industry. The film was made based on our liberation war, which was taken place in 1971. And our liberation war was the most talked, and it was an important, most important part of our history, of our culture, of our tradition, etc. Isn't it? And our liberation war is our pride of the nation. And all of the people of Bangladesh are now the citizen of a free country, independent country, because of the liberation war. Can you understand? So, Stop Genocide was a very famous, a renowned film based on the liberation war of our country. And actually, it was a documentary. After releasing the documentary, the people of the whole world could know about our liberation, about the oppression of the Pakistani Shamarik Janta, or the ruler of Pakistan. Can you understand? So the poster of Stop Genocide film is displayed on the screen. But my question is, can you tell me who was the creator of this film? Can you guess who is the person? I think all of you know that the name of the person is what? Look at the picture. Can you guess? Now, can you mention the name of the person? Who is the person? Okay, look at the screen. Mr. Zahir Raihan, the famous filmmaker, novelist of our country before 1971. He was the renowned filmmaker as well as the freedom fighter and the pride of our nation. And uttering his name, we can feel proud as he was born in our country. Can you understand? My dear lovely boys, I think you all are now very inquisitive to know the life or the life about the life of Zahir Raihan. Are you? Okay. Now let me show something about Zahir Raihan. There is some posters of his famous, popular films which are displayed on the screen. Jibon Theke Neya is a film which is very, very popular before 1971, and after 1971, our people are very excited when they enjoy the film. And on TV, most of the time, especially at the time of 26th March or 16 December, on TV, they also showed the film on the screen. This is Jibon Theke Neya, and another film, Hajar Bochor Dhore, Kacher Deyal, Behula, Kokhono Asheni, as Genocide 1971 also displayed here. That means some famous posters of his renowned films are displayed on the screen. And as a film lover, I think I would like to suggest all of you to enjoy the film again. Okay. Now let me show the biography of Mr. Zahir Raihan, which was collected from Wikipedia. And I think after reading the biography or after reading the page, you can know who is Zahir Raihan and about his life. Okay, I am going to read. Please listen very carefully. Muhammad Zahirullah, known as Zahir Raihan, was a Bangladeshi novelist, writer, filmmaker. So he was a novelist, he was a writer, and he was a filmmaker. That means he was a versatile genius. Okay, my dear student, he is most notable for his documentary Stop Genocide. I also told it earlier, and about the Stop Genocide, I also gave a lot of informations. Made during the Bangladesh Liberation War, he was awarded Ekushe Padok in 1977 and Independence Day Award in 1992 by the government of Bangladesh. As you can see on the screen, he was born August 1935 at Feni district and died on 30th January 1972 in Dhaka. The name of his spouses are Shuchanda and Shumita Devi, and his books are published Ekushe February and different spring like this. And siblings was Shahidullah Kaisar, the famous personality before 1971, and both of them, that means two brothers, were famous freedom fighters. Okay, though they are not, they don't fought in the battlefield, but they fought with their brain, using their brain, using their creativity, using their films, using their writings. Okay, my dear student. So they also called freedom fighters of our country. So this was the information about Mr. Zahir Raihan. Now, what lesson we are going to discuss today? Let me show. Okay, fine. It is unit 10, and the title of this unit is Dreams. Okay. As a man, we always dreamt a lot of things. Whenever we were a child, we dreamt to become several things, like somebody dreamt to be a doctor, to be a scientist, to be an actor, to be a player, as well as like this. Okay, so every people has a dream, and some can materialize their dream and some cannot. But everybody should have some dreams in their life. So we are going to discuss about the unit dreams. Okay, and from the unit we choose today to discuss, it is lessons 4, and the title of the lesson is They Had Dreams Too. Okay, now let me show the page of before going to the better understanding, before going to discuss about the topic, we should discuss some new words. Okay, I'm going to show some new words, which is very important to understand the passage very well. Okay, new word 1, this is procession. It's a noun word. Okay, that means the passive speech of this word is noun, and the meaning of procession is the action of moving forward in an orderly fashion. Procession. Okay, then the synonyms are parade, march, etc. Okay, that means the gathering of people, they're moving forward to demand something, that is procession. And I think as a student, you always join in the procession for various kinds of demand. Okay, this is the procession. And new word 2 is the vocabulary, that is autocratic. Autocratic, that means it is an adjective word, and the meaning of autocratic is taking no account of other people's wishes or opinions. Okay, the synonyms are tyrannical, oppressive, etc. And the antonyms are democratic and republic. Okay, that is autocratic, means taking no account of other people's wishes and opinions. That means he wants to do things as his own will. That is autocrat. Okay, so the new word 2 is autocratic, and the new word 3 is on the screen. That is critic. That is a noun word, and the meaning of this word is a person who professionally judges the merits of literary or artistic works. Critics, that means making some point which is wants to be which is very important to discuss a thing. It is critic. Okay, and that is synonyms are monitor and pandit, and the antonyms are praiser and complimenter. The critics are very important, like these film critics or political critic. That's a lot of critics we have. Okay, so the new word is number 4. New word number 4, atrocity. Atrocity, this is a noun word and meaning an extremely wicked or cruel act. That means not good. It is wicked person. Like this, the man is wicked like a fox. That is weak. Wicked, and it is atrocity. And the synonyms are cruelty, abomination, etc. The antonyms are kindness, generosity, etc. Okay, this is number 4. I think, my dear boys, I think all of the new words should be noted down. Okay, they are very important to understand the passage, and for your future preservation. That means in your future life, the words, the vocabularies are very important. Okay, so you can write down in your khata or notebook, etc. Now I'm going to show the new word number 5, the collaborator. The collaborator meaning a person who cooperates traitorously with an enemy. That means traitor of the country. They are not the friends. They are the foe. They are the enemies for the country. That collaborator. Rajaka Al-Badr Award, the collaborators in 1971. Okay, the synonyms are defector, associate, and the antonyms are patriot. That means they are not patriot. They're they made traitor. They are traitor. Okay, so collaborators are not the friends for a country. They are the enemy. They are the foe. Okay, so I think all of the students now you can easily understand the words which are the applied in the passage. Okay, so let me show the passage on the monitor so you can easily understand the passage. So please, I would like to request all of the students to listen the passage very carefully. As you can see on the screen, the page of the passage here, and the picture I showed earlier on the screen and asked some question, and you can see now the picture of Zahir Raihan. So I'm going to read the passage. Please listen very carefully, and after reading the passage, you have to make some questions. Okay. That means you have to make some answers of the questions. Okay, fine. Zahir Raihan was one of the most talented filmmakers in Bangladesh. Most talented filmmakers. That means brilliant filmmakers of Bangladesh. He was born on 19 August 1935, in the village Majupur in Fani district. Okay, 19th August 1935, he was born in the Fani district, and the name of his village was Majupur. He was an active worker, not idle, active worker of the language movement. He was one of the 10 members, 10 students, sorry, not members, students, to go out in a procession on 21st February 1952, despite a ban on such activities imposed by the authorities. And who were the authorities? The authorities, that means the authority of the then East Bengal, who were the part of Pakistani army, isn't it? So again, I'm going to say that he was one of the 10 students to go out to in a procession on 21st February 1952, despite a ban, though there was a ban, okay, on such activities imposed by the authorities. Ban means there is no scope to make any activity, okay. So as a result, he and many others were arrested and taken to prison, okay, taken to prison. Raihan was also present at the historical meeting of Amtola on 21st February 1952. He also took part in the March movement in 1969. March movement, that means the movement of where all the people of a country want to take part, this March movement. In 1971, he joined the Liberation War. Okay, now come to the next para. All through his life, Zahir Raihan dreamt of a democratic society, a society that would ensure freedom of speech. That means freedom of talking as well. He had many dreams about our film industry too. He made a legendary film, Jibon Theke Neya, based on the language movement of 1952. I also showed a poster of this film in my video earlier. Okay, can you remember? Very good. So it was a protest against the autocratic government then ruling our country. That means who ruled our country, those autocratic government, against those autocratic government that don't hear, that don't listen the voice of the people. Okay, so it was the protest against the autocratic government, the then Pakistan. The family was ruled by an autocrat who had to go to prison for her conspiracy. That means in that film, he wanted to show the people there was a family, and the family ruled by an autocrat, a person who was autocrat, and he had to go in prison for his conspiracy. During the Liberation War in 1971, the film was shown outside Bangladesh. Celebrated filmmakers like Satyajit Ray, Mrinal Sen, and Ritik Ghatak appreciated the film. I want to say here that Mr. Satyajit Ray, Mrinal Sen, and Ritik Ghatak, all three were the critic of, that means renowned filmmaker, critic, also, and in Indian subcontinent. Okay, they're very famous for their film and their criticism. Okay, Raihan gave all the money the film made to the Freedom Fighters Trust. That means what he got from the film, he donated all the money to the Freedom Fighters Trust. Besides his great documentary on Pakistani autocrats Stop Genocide, helped create world sentiment in favor of our liberation war. Okay, now come to the next para. On 30th December 1971, someone informed Raihan about an address somewhere at Mirpur where he might find his brother, the famous writer Shahidullah Khaisa, who had gone missing from 14 December 1971. His sibling, that means Mr. Shahidullah Khaisa, was also famous writer after then Bangladesh before 1971, and he was missing. And somebody told him or informed him that he could find the address of his brother. So Kaiser was captured and caught and killed by the Pakistani army and the local collaborators during the last days of the war. Accordingly, Raihan left home to get his brother back, but he never returned. That means whenever he heard about his brother, he went out from his home and to get his brother back home, but alas, unfortunately, he never returned. That means he was killed by the collaborator or the Pakistani army on that time. Okay, Zahir Raihan's dream was fulfilled. He could see the emergence of an importance of an independent Bangladesh, though he didn't get back his brother. And it's a pity that this dreamer couldn't live to see his dream come true. Though Bangladesh is now an independent country, but Zahir Raihan is no more in our country with us. And we get independence as an independent country, as the people of our country, we get independence, but Zahir Raihan was not there, is not there, isn't it? It is irony of fate of Zahir Raihan. Okay, so I think the passage is very clear to you. Now, my dear students, I'm going to show some questions to you as an exercise. You have to answer the exercises, okay, and discuss with me. Now, let me show the exercise 1. There is the table. Use appropriate information from the text above to complete the grid. There is a grid about Zahir Raihan. In the first column, what do you see? Participated in. So you have to fill up, write down, please. You have to make the answers. You have to fill up the grid in your khata or notebook, okay? As I am reading the grid. Participated in, please write down. In what things did he participate in? Famous as best documentary, movie based on language movement, missing scenes, his dream. All of the information is about Zahir Raihan. You have to fill up. Okay, now start. Okay, I'm going to count down. Number 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Are you writing down? Okay, fine. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0. Okay. Now I'm going to show the answers, and you have to check your answer with me. If they're correct, so very good, and if they're not, so you have to make correction of your answers. Okay. Okay, my dear students, there is the answers and the grid are here. Use appropriate information from the text about to complete the grid, participated in. What is in where he wanted to participate? The Liberation War language movement he wanted to participate in. If famous as a filmmaker, okay, then the best documentary is Stop Genocide, and the movie based on language movement, Jibon Theke Neya, and the missing scenes, 30th December 1971. His dream is a democratic society. So you can check your answers. Okay, the Liberation War language movement he wanted to participate it in, and the famous as a filmmaker, and his best documentary is Stop Genocide, and his movie is Jibon Theke Neya, and 13th December 1971, and his dream was democratic society. Okay, so now I am going to show you next slide. That means this is the exercise, and I think all of you can now easily discuss about the passage. And now, so let's move on the next slide. This is the homework. Okay, as a homework, you have to do some work. That means meet a freedom fighter in your locality and interview him or her, then write a paragraph about him or her. Meet a freedom fighter in your locality. It's a project also. You have to make a project. That means as a homework, meet a freedom fighter in your locality, interview him or her, then write a paragraph on him or her. Okay, you have to do the homework in your home of your own, but I'm going to request all of you not to take help from from your parents or your house teacher or any other person. Okay, so you have to do it of your own, and you have to show the homework to your teacher when your school will open. Okay, now it's time to leave. So my dear student, thanks all and bye. And before leaving, I have to say goodbye to all, and you should remain in your home, and hope we are going to meet soon. Okay, bye-bye.